Okie dokie. Let's get her going. So, you guys know on Sunday I was dealing with a massive headache. Yeah, let's just say it converted into exactly what I expected it to. I am a bit sick today, but we are here. As I promised, I would stream on Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, happy Turkey Day, whatever you want to call it. I'm feeling a little bit sick, but hopefully this stream goes well. Man, one of my favorite games of my life. Hey, let's go. Welcome in. Pinata. No, sick on Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's not ideal. The taste of Thanksgiving is not going to be the same. Anyway, hopefully everything runs smoothly. I will be keeping an eye on the encoding. If the stream doesn't look too well, we will try turning down the frames just a bit to keep up with the current streaming frames, which if I have to go down to 60 frames, it's not the worst thing in the world, but I don't think we're going to have a big issue as far as streaming this anymore. There shouldn't be an issue. So, hello. We are continuing where we left off last time, and we're gonna have a good old time. Average turkey enjoyer. Alright, let me just pop out my chat real quick and move it somewhere that's not gonna keep me rubbernecking. Alright. Let's move my mic closer. I will have to warn you guys, I had to reinstall a bunch of things, and some of my OBS settings were not saved. So, if things sound weird, if I need to turn down the volume of the game or turn up the volume of my mic or something like that, let me know. As I tried my best to keep the current settings that I was running, but you know, I might not have done it. We rise for the pecan pie. Hey, I can respect that. I'm a pumpkin pie guy myself, but I can respect your love for pecan.
Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sends his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army. Should be back any day now.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be.
Crazy.
And I'm sure she has her reasons.
Back to the aggressively British Final Fantasy game. It's Tuesday, isn't it? Hello, Jaheim. Hello. Welcome in. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
I trust I'm not intruding.
Back
Hello.
from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
Crazy.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So, to what do I owe the honor?
Pumpkin,
Could it be
pecan,
that you've
apple,
come
cherry,
for
and
one of my
blueberry
lessons?
is part of my list of pies I enjoy.
Is
Nice.
that so hard to believe?
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm?
You have to add
absolutely no
lemon
one's
meringue
surprise,
and key
she
lime
finds
at one
herself
point. Actually,
amassing
no, key
armies
lime
and
is a very
outlaws.
debated pie. I won't say
Well,
key lime, but
mostly
lemon meringue is
armies.
good.
Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here?
There have been no slowdowns, right? No random
Long
buffers
though
or
Sunrex's
anything
dominion
like
over
that so
northeastern
far.
Storm has endured. Recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait.
Let's
hoping
go.
to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambraquois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline Dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the twins.
Is anyone gonna see the Sonic 3 movie?
Was
Probably.
the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the
Probably
past
because I have a
without
little
provocation,
nephew.
it is only a
And
matter
my
of
sister will
time
probably want me
before
to go
others
with the
reply in
nephew to
kind.
watch the movie.
The Holy Empire.
Though I wasn't,
Tartackian
like,
Republic,
opposed to the first two
Kingdom
movies,
of
so...
Wood. And of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet, in spite of it all,
By the way, happy
she has
Thanksgiving,
ever
everyone, or just a
endured.
regular day for you.
And when
Happy
the storm
holidays.
is past, I am confident
Yeah,
she will remain.
happy Thanksgiving to you as well, Pinata.
Now, as
I
to
wonder
the
if people are
payment
going
for
to
today's
cheer
lesson.
during the Maria part.
Complete a simple errand for me,
Oh.
and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even. Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was.
I don't know about my movie track record,
Adequate.
bro.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
My man, I know you're wearing armor and all, but you can only hop like a foot off the ground. He's not a hooper. He's not a hooper. No, I'm just kidding. All he needs is Garuda? Yeah, Garuda. He'll be flying in no time.
Norseman Harpocrates.
Fox, watch Back to the Future before anything else.
I
True!
have not heard for a long time. So long, in fact, I had half forgotten it was mine. Welcome home, Clive. You were missed, as always.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
Clive is icon of fire, not icon of three-pointers.
Ready? Our resident scholar.
We'll definitely cheer on Maria's death, lore accurate death.
Would that I could do the same, but alas, I
We'll
no
go
longer
back
have
to the
the
past to
necessary
get back to the
fortitude for
future.
such indulgence.
Yes, that's how that works, Fox. In fact, that's how the whole entire
That
movie
said,
works.
I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered at
I
Drake's
told
Den.
you, I have it on Amazon. We can
Without
watch
access
it.
to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less. I am sorry.
Please, don't apologize. I'll send word to our associates. See if they can't furnish you with more books.
I fear it is not more books that I
Man, it's been
require,
ages
but
since
the
I
right
watched Back to the
ones.
Future.
Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would indulge the whims of a tired old historian.
Never regretted seeing that trilogy. Too bad it didn't become more than a trilogy, honestly.
Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
Moogles don't exist! No!
The twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them. However well they hide it.
Anyway, I got myself some
I
nice
think
hot
took
chocolate to
much
keep my
from us
throat
that night.
clear. Hopefully that makes
From
me
some
sound normal and not like I'm about to keel over.
And the wounds that remain, they are not quick to heal.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day, Clive.
Good day.
I don't need recuperation.
Gav will be
I
back
need
soon.
battle.
I should get some rest while I can.
I need battle. To war.
Not back a blink, and you're already off solving everyone's problems.
Did you add marshmallows to that hot
And it's
chocolate?
good, Clive.
Unfortunately, no.
Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was
Even
like
Back to the
without it.
Future 3 is a good
What it was
movie, and
like.
it's the worst of the trilogy.
To be myself.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Not a stolus. Alright, I'll have a look.
And then you get some rest.
Crazy. Rest? Me? What?
What could Gav have thought worthy of a letter?
Once the hall's swept, it's over to the Tavern Crown for me.
Report letters and other important massives addressed to Clive are delivered to the reading table in his chamber. New messages are always arriving, so make it a point to check the reading desk upon returning to the hideout. The Republican army marches on the Empire at Twin Side, and the men of the Rock have been summoned to the front. Something big is brewing, I reckon. I'll see you're done to wear upon my return.
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good
You're doing
news.
Final Fantasy before Turkey? Spreads finger for shame. Excuse me?
This is our chance.
What were you expecting me
What
to
we've
do,
been waiting
Cam?
for.
But look how
I mean,
far
I could have
we've come.
speedrun Yoshi's Island
All that we
again.
have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years.
Eat turkey, of course.
If I could only command this power I've been
Well,
granted,
you see,
we might have achieved so much
Thanksgiving dinner doesn't happen
Free.
until dinner time,
Something
and
was holding me
therefore,
back.
I can give thanks to my
Knowing that
turkey
icon exacts a price not
later in the day, and give thanks to
Nobody
Final
knows this
Fantasy
only too well.
earlier in the day.
It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving
Give
naught
thanks to
but
the Mother
dust.
Crystals, glory to the Phoenix.
But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
he did. He
But
was
anyway,
there.
thanks. Happy Thanksgiving to all Americans.
It wasn't
Yes.
an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we
Come
must
on,
be
Clive,
ready
don't
when
be
he
knocked
does.
this. Don't whine about your powers and refuse to accept them. Exactly. Let's not be knocked this.
To a world without mother crystals. To Sid.
and so the North is lost.
I knew that the Blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more.
Skip the turkey. I want mac and cheese.
The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
Joshua in control? Question mark? Really doubt it. Me too, but I gotta have the turkey.
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to... intrude.
Mac and cheese better be better than the turkey. As long as it has bacon, it'll probably be better.
Freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well.
For us, Thanksgiving is tamales.
What would make
If it's
Martha
homemade,
leave the
not
rest?
craft. Dude, homemade mac and cheese is something else too. Quiz time. Which Mario Kart game introduced mirror mode? 64, Double Dash, Wii, or 7? Mirror mode was still way back in 64, so I want my flipping mac and cheese. Somebody get this person their mac and cheese. Get them some mac and cheese. They need it.
Bones were broken.
I'm waiting for the ham. I have one with a pecan praline glaze. Nice. Nah, we stuffed the turkey with bacon and wrapped the turkey legs with bacon.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was.
Put a bit of mac and cheese in there as well. Call it the turkey mac and cheese.
Grip around the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway.
I don't know if that would be good or not,
Traitors to her
honestly.
throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. I know it sounds like the bastards have turned their attention.
I remember someone offer me canned mac and cheese, and I had to insult them in Spanish to understand the meaning of that insult.
It's getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next.
Can we wrap the turkey with mac and cheese? As long as the bacon is wrapping the outside, yes, you could wrap the mac and cheese in between the bacon and the turkey.
Don't worry, Otto.
Or you could just stuff the turkey with mac and cheese. A side quest? Oh, you know we get sidetracked. Let's go. Quiz time. Which franchise in Smash has the most characters? Mario, Zelda, Fire Emblem, or Pokemon? That would be Ultimate. Or are you saying specifically which in Smash has the most? It would be Fire... Pokemon. It would be Pokemon.
Damn blighted bilge.
Is everything all right?
We invented time travel to eat the second turkey. Ooh. I'd rather not thank you to my cousin is bringing the turkey. Oh, nice.
The lake water doesn't agree with it.
The
Then.
second, my cousin is bringing the turkey.
And unless you got
Is Final
some
Fantasy
friends,
16
keep your son a
good?
black
I'm
for
tempted to
late
get the
like
complete
we do the
edition for
8th film.
37% off. Heck yeah, you should get it,
Away
dude.
at the timber like young Tech does our lemon tarts.
The combat is very fun in this game, I'm gonna be honest. I really enjoyed the combat.
Assuming we had any pitch. which we don't.
Story's not bad either.
Bloody
Not bad.
war. Doubt the old tub's got more than a dozen runs left in him.
Of course.
You should get Ultimate Chicken Horse. It's still on
Skiff is our
sale.
only means of reaching
I'll
the mainland.
consider it.
Without it, we'd be
But do I
lost.
have to get it on Switch or do I have to
Glad
get it
someone
on
around here
PC?
sees it that way. To make pitch, you need pitch trees.
This is my first Final Fantasy game. I want to
case you
get into the
haven't noticed,
franchise. Oh, nice. Yeah, you should definitely...
One of the 1,000 things sorely lacking.
Okay, so my first honest suggestion as far as Final Fantasy, because it was the first one that I really looked into, is 7. I would 100% suggest 7 if you're wanting to get into the series.
Suitable alternative.
But
Just so happens, I once heard the
16 is not a bad choice.
16
16 is not a bad alternative, in my opinion.
Sticky wax to trap birds and beetles and whatnot. Might be enough to tide me over.
Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest. That's for certain.
We prioritize the side quest. Pokemon is correct. Hey, let's go. Are the games connected? No. Not as far as I'm... Yeah, no. The games are not connected. As far as I know, let me just say that. There might be some games that I haven't played that are kind of connected, but as far as I've played, they're not. Potato. I don't think it matters, it's cross-platform, but if you're playing it on Switch, it lags for a split second. Oh, okay. So what you're saying is just get it on PC.
Easier than felling a forest, I said. The trees don't have teeth.
F it, I'm gonna get 16 then. 36% off is too tempting. True. Get those discounts.
I can't imagine Obelisk.
Okay, that was our first test of combat.
Head home.
Did it slow down? That was our first test of combat. Did it look bad at all? Is it bad that I've never played a Final Fantasy game? No, it's not bad, and you shouldn't be concerned. There are a plethora of video games out there. The idea that you haven't played a Final Fantasy is not the worst thing in the world.
We need to find the others.
Did that man just say the trees don't have teeth? What?
Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears
No,
you
it didn't. It
advised.
looked great. Let's go.
You could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks,
No
they headed
slowdown
towards
and no
Sora Wise
choppiness. You see, one thing that I made sure that I did is I got a graphics card that had more VRAM than my previous one. That way, any visual graphical intensive things were not being tested.
But before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good.
I know Joseph begs me to play Final Fantasy. Well, you should. I think you should at least try one Final Fantasy game and see if you like it. That's my personal opinion. I need to get into more franchises. First, I've never played Zelda, and now Final Fantasy. I'm missing so much. Alright. Alright. Here's my priority list for you, Jaheim. Play Zelda because Zelda is a masterpiece, alright? It doesn't matter which one you play, they're all masterpieces. Once you've played Zelda, any one of the games, then start Final Fantasy. I put priority on Zelda, but Final Fantasy is a really good game. I also want to get into Zelda. I've been a PC gamer most of my life. Yeah, that would put a hankering on it because for Zelda, it's Nintendo exclusive. Oh, I have to... Hold on, is there a fast travel over there? No, okay. So yeah, I have to use the belt, or the thing. Oh gosh, Joseph got on your head? No. Got on whose head?
Fucking Imperials.
I recommended the Oracle game since it's on Switch app. Well, there's a lot of Zelda games that are on the Switch app right now. Like, anything up to Majora's Mask is on NSO right now. So you can play all the oldie goldie Zeldas as long as you have a Switch and you have the online. Like Captain said, play any Zelda game, start with the Wand of Camel. How dare you? We don't talk about those ones, alright? We don't talk about those ones. Those aren't Zelda games. Those are games with Zelda characters in it. They're not Zelda games. It's like the bad universe of Hyrule Warriors, alright? I don't need more RPG games in my life. I'm done with RPG games. Bruh. Cam is just scared of RPG games. That's a fact. That is a fact. Cam is just scared of RPG games.
Martha, are you hurt?
Too many franchises. I need more hours in a day. Exactly, Tony. Exactly. We need more than 24 hours.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields?
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds. Poor souls turned on the Imperials.
Anyway, as far as Zelda franchises, I do not suggest Breath of the Wild first, alright?
They may still be alive.
I said any Zelda game, but I retract my statement. Do not do Breath of the Wild first, because it'll give you a taste for Zelda games that has not existed ever in the Zelda franchise. It is a new format. A format that works really well, mind you. It works really well.
Black Shields.
But I feel like if you play Breath of the Wild first, going back to the original Zeldas will just not feel the same. Because Breath of the Wild is where they switch from more linear design to open world. And look, I'm not the biggest fan of overly linear things, but I think the Zelda franchise does a really good job of holding your hand enough and not being too linear. That's just my personal opinion. A lot of people would probably disagree with me, but I honestly don't think the Zelda games hold your hand too much. I tried Breath of the Wild, it was too overwhelming for me. I want to give it another try. You should give Breath of the Wild another try after you've played another Zelda game. But I definitely suggest 100%ing Breath of the Wild. Because Breath of the Wild is like the It's like the stepchild of Skyrim or like if Zelda and Skyrim had a child, that's what Breath of the Wild is, because it mixes Skyrim with Legend of Zelda.
Damn it. I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Imagine a day, 48 hours, 24 hours day. Imagine a day is 48 hours, 24-hour day, 24-hour night. That would be amazing, in my opinion. I can sleep for 24 hours straight? That's crazy.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
Yeah, I really won't. GG. I can't stand the hand-holdy games. You can press R3 to crouch. While crouching, you are sneaky. While sneaking, you are hard to see. You're in stealth while you're hard to see. Yeah, no. You see, that's the thing. I'm not a fan of the hold your hand games either. Like, I really don't like games that are hand-holdy. Which is why I say that Zelda, in my opinion, does a really good job of kind of helping you in the right direction, but not holding your hand. Like, it'll tell you where to go, but you don't necessarily have to go there.
I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
What was that? Something about gouge? Reduces cooldown by 2 seconds. Oh, that's not that good. Yes, I get lost a lot of the time while playing the Oracle games. Now, I really do wish that they would readapt the Oracle games and make a remaster of them, make them look better. Not that I hate the old style, cartoon style they went with the Oracle games, but it has been 20 years, roughly, since any kind of update on that game, and I think that it deserves it at this point. I think that the Oracle games go massively undiscovered because they haven't been remade ever.
Clive.
And I think a lot of people would really enjoy the Oracle games if they knew that it existed.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true.
Missing out, that is true.
The Black Shields will return. The cullings will continue.
Rose becoming petrified.
Rosaria
Big
will
sad.
never be saved unless we save her.
It's rough being marked.
Tell Mother to beg Sid's aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Sid! Where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive?
The only reason I played the Oracle games is due to two
He's
people
gone.
enforcing the idea on it. Huh. I wonder who those two people could possibly have been. Huh. Hmm.
We've laid the abbot to rest, but the bearers, they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
Looking at Captain who's side-eyeing
remains.
Joseph.
We should consign them to the
I wonder.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
But now here's the question, Fox. Did you regret it?
Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
I am telling you, dude. The oracles are just unknown gems. They're unknown Zelda gems. With exception to the Gacha. Alright? The Gacha gameplay is garbage. But other than that... they're diamonds in the rough, dude. What do you mean I can't cross this little pond? Sid, why do you suffer from the inability to swim? You're only saying that because your luck sucks? Bruh, it took me an extra hour to get those 2 heart pieces that I should have gotten a long time ago. Oh, cool. A bounty? Neat. Notorious marks. Every now and then, Clive may encounter creatures larger, faster, and more ferocious than most. While fighting is always an option, defeating the Notorious mark can earn him not only renown, but also rare materials that may be used to craft new gear or upgrade existing items. Cool! Then we fight!
What do I say? Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball.
Owie. Probably run right into that. Nah, you're not getting away. Absolutely not. We take you out now. Bonk. You're right. Neat.
You didn't see that coming.
I took a bit of damage there. Just a bit.
That must be the bridge.
Yay, hunting bounties. That's where the real EXP and AP is.
So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
Whoa, loading zones. Perform the casting and return to Martha's Rest. Did I not do something? I feel like I didn't do something. Or maybe it's somewhere else.
No one survived then.
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right.
That reminds me, did you eat besides the hot chocolate? No, I'm not really hungry though.
Which begs the question.
Anywho, the family is calling. I have to work now. That price we pay for good turkey. Right.
Of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need.
Hello,
I'll be
Jaden
ready should
Cool
the
Gamer
Imperials come
YT.
calling.
Hello.
Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
Oh. Money. Okay. Where is my quest? Is it back at the ship? The Haydewey.
No. Where's Gav?
No AP. Thanks for nothing, Martha.
Finish with that log so we can pour it up.
All of the morning, sir. Do you realize you have to work the rest of the day too?
Well, did you find me some wax?
Find is one way.
Ugh. Reeks like a chocobo's arse. Well, I don't suppose the Argo will mind as long as he stays above the waves.
Argo? So your boat has a name? I didn't know.
Yeah. Same as my old man. He was a ferryman himself back before the Blight came. The boat's all I have left of him. And thanks to you, he'll sail another day.
Hey. We love family mementos. Oh, did I level up? Sick. More stats for me. Badge of Might as well. Hello, Gav.
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
Boxes and chairs, my favorite.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the Mother Crystals.
Ooh.
4 Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome.
Gav, I want to like you. I want to have a friendship with you, but we all know how Final Fantasy games go.
And Drake's Tail.
Trust nobody. Like nobody. Anybody you think you might like disappears.
Twin side, Drake's fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps.
By the way, hands out literally to the artists who do hands, honestly.
Drake's Breath.
That's impressive work. Impressive work.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port.
They probably use full body animation for a lot of this, but still.
My uncle.
Drawing hands is a nightmare.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the 7 High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Drawing hands is definitely a handy skill to have. There have been air quotes there, Joseph, but yes. A Moogle? I thought they didn't exist. Oh. New facilities. The following hideaway facilities are now available. Alien Reports, the Patron Whisper, the Hunt Board. All three are located near Otto in the mess.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
Think it's all right to touch him?
You go first.
Do it. Do it. Pet the doggo. He's a good doggo. Pet the doggo. I'm sorry, Torgal. A Final Fantasy game without a Moogle? This isn't amateur hour.
I hear there's trouble.
That broom's as ragged as...
So Mather's all right.
Yeah. Oh, this one. What's the matter, Nectar? The hunt board? It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know? Right. Well, people of Aristia are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. Then perhaps I can.
Oopsie, I don't need to ask about hunts. I already did one. Reports of fiends terrorizing the countryside are posted on the hunts board in hopes that fearless heroes such as Clive will take it upon themselves to hunt down and slay the notorious marks. The Angel of Death. Wait, where does it say it was? Hold on. By the way of Cairn Norvan, met the troops of curse breakers traveling in the opposite direction and warned them of a wicked winged harpy on the road ahead. Location is Clairview, Sandbreak. What about you? Belphegor, the Broken Hilt Rosaria. Can I not fast travel to those areas? Wait. I can't fast travel to any of them. This is garbage. Whatever. I guess we gotta do our quest. We gotta do our stuff. Alright.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
Doggo.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
Bloodlines.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry.
Yay, Jill redemption
There are
arc.
settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Hello.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Nothing, we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Yeah, quiet you. How dare you be loyal or something.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
Boo! Sell out! Boo!
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
Boo! Get off the stage!
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the millers.
Excuse
Poor
me.
man, his name is literally Youth.
What was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits.
But what if I am the culprit?
To think you could take on the Empire?
What if it's
Or their
me?
100 full legions? 100? I heard there were 1,000.
Hello.
You seen them, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least
Yeah.
I think they was the Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think?
Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a black shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
Speak with the locals.
I don't know.
But I have been speaking with the locals.
What did those knights want, Father?
Go on.
Hello.
Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing.
Boo! I hate this guy.
This village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pool.
Then we shall be on our way.
Boo! He's a sellout. It doesn't matter to me if he's just trying to protect his kingdom. Or excuse me, his village.
Mistaken belief that if they my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Have you ever watched One Piece? Have you ever watched One Piece?
Sorry,
You know what happens to Windmill Village? They submitted, they paid their taxes, they still lost their people. Congratulations, you just lost all three things.
Worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in
That man
reserve
said
would have
East
the
Pool
courage
like
to
it was
stand against
Detroit
the
or something.
A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
My favorite strategy is getting people to submit and then turn on their own people as to not upset the boat, not rock the boat. Crazy.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the
Because
path
it's
of
a lot
whoever
easier to
or
control people
whatever
when you
lurks
have
here.
your own people turning against your own people.
Ever since the apostrophe, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking you? The mother crystals collapse?
I have an idea. It's nothing like it.
Oh, out of reach. Oh, it just freaking smacked him. One K AP. I wonder if you can upgrade or if you can get any upgrades What are you incentivizing me to upgrade here? Are you trying to tell me to master gouge? Is that what you're trying to tell me to do? You're welcome.
More of my mother's men.
No, don't master anything. Lies. You 100% were telling me to do gouge. Well, rip the AP? Nah, it's fine. It's fine. You know why it's fine? Because we'll get all the AP back pretty quickly. Not only that, but I can reset it, right? Something like that. Pretty sure. If I need to. Oh, spiders. Not that I'm really going to anyway, because I don't really feel like I need to. Look at that, I already got 70 back. Crazy.
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
Ooh. Battle. Yeah, you can reset. Probably worse, so you can upgrade Ramu's ability.
In your homes.
The black shields.
You think that this 5-on-2 is enough?
You would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Uh-huh.
Say that again.
Excuse me, sir, I'm the main character. Exactly.
I'll show you a true shield
There's a healer, isn't there? Yeah, hold on. Let me just try to change my target here real quick. Oh, I just missed. That's rough. Hey, another 20 points for me. Neat. So full of yourselves, huh? You lost to 2 people.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordil. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
$6,550. Okie dokie. I should have lunge just because I can use it. Now, I don't really use it for much, so upgrading... I don't use it much, so upgrading it is not very useful. I really don't use that ever. I feel like this will be useful, so I'll take that. I don't ever use taunt. Recover immediately is yes. Did you just mock the man as he was dying? Yes. I feel like this could be useful in specific occasion. And I do that all the time, so yeah, we're gonna master that. And we're gonna master this because I do that all the time as well. Okay. I like these moves, I just don't really use them too often, which is kind of a shame. Will of the Wikes is actually a really good move, since it's a passive damage over time. I just really don't use it. I really like this move, so we're gonna master that. Tier 1 gouge is good, yes. Follow up strike speed, yeah. Mastery allows to be assigned to any icon. Hello, Chef Hat VR. Welcome in. Whoopsie. Heals amount is determined by current HP regain indicate. I mean, this is just good in a general case to have, I feel like. Increased number of hits if I upgrade it. But that is quite expensive and I don't have the points for it, so... Increased claw range if I master it. Land a 4-hit combo on a single target on the ground after pulling it with Deadly Embrace. Deadly combo. Land a 3-hit aerial combo on a single target in the air after pulling it with Deadly Embrace. Oh, you're just telling me what combos I can get with this. Okay. Increased shift distance. I mean, that's good. I like that. Shift distance is good. Ramuh's abilities. Increased number of lock-ons. I really don't need more than 6, honestly. From my personal experience, at least not yet. It doesn't seem like it's very worth it. And what about you? Increased number of lightning strikes. That's obviously good. And then I can't do you. Increase hit and ability radius. Bruh. At one point I'll have to increase this as well because I like my grab range. But we'll do with what we have for now. I suppose I should try getting Rock's Gambit. Increase hit. Counter-strike changes increase hits. Increase fireball count while nullifying up to 4 attacks. This would also be a really good skill just to have because of the passive. It's just because of how good as a passive it is. It nullifies up to 4 attacks. That's insane. And Mastery just allows me to assign it to different, or to any icon. Adds a 3rd limit break gauge, adds a 4th limit break gauge. Okay. What is Lightning Rod? Creates a ball of lightning that upon being struck, chain lightning to other nearby enemies. I can follow up Lightning Rod with a magic burst to strike the ball immediately after executing Lightning Rod. However, lightning emitted due to an enemy striking the ball is more potent than that caused by Clive's strikes. Taunt can be used to lure enemies into attacking the ball. Pressing execute after placing the ball will cause the ball to move to Clive's new position. This seems like a lot. This seems like a lot of trouble for one move. I'm gonna be honest. Let's go ahead. What does Wicked Wheel do? Increase hits. But do I want Wicked Wheel or do I want Rock's Gambit? Or Rook's Gambit? I feel like if I pair this well with other things, it could work well. But Wicked Wheel has a lot of stun damage, which I kind of like. I mean, so does Gouge, but... we'll go ahead and try it. We'll go ahead and try it. Alright. Yes, yes, yes. And then we'll exchange you for that. No, I'm honestly not the biggest fan of that, actually. I mean, it does damage, though. It does a fair amount of damage. No... maybe it's good as single target. We'll keep it. We'll keep it. But I kind of was feeling like adding Scarlet Cyclone, since I have it upgraded, onto another one so that I could use Will of the Wikes as well. We'll hold off for now. That's a smart move. You mean keeping? You mean keeping the keeping Thunderstorm or what? Or using Will of the Wisps? Which one's the smart move?
Find something, boy. Death.
Oh, found her.
Ooh. That's a yikers. Keeping Thunderstorm since it's upgraded, and then put Cyclone on Ramu.
But why? Why would anyone?
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
So what you're saying is do this. And then put that right there. Is good move. Alright.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Yes, since Pile Drive isn't upgraded and it's kind of a bit of a wasted damage potential. Ah.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
You can't pet the bird. Traveling trader.
Don't go thinking you'll find refuge in the houses outside Port Isolde. The place is a wretched hide.
And Scarlet Cyclone is also a crowd control move, just like Pile Drive, so you're not missing out. Mario slash raid. Hey, let's go. Welcome in. Is it just us today? That's all good. Welcome in, Mario slash. What were you playing? Anyway, yes, hello, welcome in, Mario slash. I hope things were going well for you. Like I said, what were you playing? Hope you were having fun, and obviously I wish you a, was streaming Mario Kart 64? That's good, that's nice. Did you beat it, or just kind of still working on that?
The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance.
And obviously, I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving if you're celebrating that. If not, just have a happy day in general. Beat the game? Nice. Jeez. It was fun? Nice. Let's go. Yeah, I haven't played Mario Kart 64 in a bit, but I always enjoy playing it when I do. Anyway, yeah, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Are you a fan of Final Fantasy 16, or did you just want to stop on by to give me a good old raid? Oh.
Those crystals belong to us all. I said, where were you, filth? Back to your sties. Cut you down where you stand. Just try it.
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
Many people are going crazy over magic. Too bad nobody wants to be a bearer.
As long as it is
crazy.
Abandoned.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
I doubt it. I'm gonna wager they're looking for me.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Not abandoned then.
Oi!
Hello.
Visitors!
Do you really think you're gonna beat me with those rusted up swords?
We'll
Sword,
show
axe,
ourselves
and
out.
wands? Look at that thing, it's barely scraping together.
Or not.
They really thought, man. They really thought.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
My bad, I killed like 8 of our men. Whoopsie.
We can speak inside.
I mean, they started it. That's all I'm gonna say. They started it. I just finished it.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, We've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye. The foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord. But in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And since granting the
Good
Holy
old
Emperor
Annabella.
a new
We hate
heir,
her. Yep.
her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we.
Make ready.
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So Wade.
I hate her so much
Let
that I
us
would
do our
ride
duty.
Moosh into battle just to pay her
With
back.
pleasure, my lord.
Hey, why do we harbor so much hatred for Moosh, man?
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope so.
He's just an adorable flying bear, man. Why you gotta hate the bear?
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buick Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians,
I don't hate Moosh, I just don't like him. I mean, I'm a fan of Dimitri, like most goated Oracle people, but like,
this will allow us to wage battle on the bridge
that doesn't
without fear
mean that
of
I
being
harbor any
overwhelmed.
discontent
While
towards the
Black
other
Shields have an
two.
advantage in numbers, you see. They prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we
And so we shall. Words. Party members. Throughout the main scenario, Clive will often be joined by various companions who are keen to lend their assistance. However, depending on Clive's destination, they may choose to remain behind at the hideaway.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Look at me sideways.
Come along now.
The bastards are lucky.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
We fight! The battle! Ratings are Dimitri 10, Ricky 7, Moose 2.
I told you. We... Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields?
Yeah, actually.
Then come! Die along with your flame!
No, my flame is gonna keep burning. You see, that's kind of the thing about Phoenixes. You see, they just kind of come back.
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
We gotta go. And ready to leave to my aunt's house. See you, bro. Hope the rest of the stream goes well. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Cam.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Oh, you think I'm scared of reinforcements? Nah. Well, that was easy.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point.
What point?
That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
I mean, you're right about that, but who's getting cleansed? Did. 180, you sick. Let me do that fight again.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
Who cares? We take her out.
I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battle to preserve the flame that was, but yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Money.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
Whoa.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be
My
sure
loyalties?
that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Hello.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago.
Did I know?
And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
Well, that's sweet.
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us.
That's a lot of swords.
You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest
Dang,
failing.
doesn't have a poker face. That's rough.
The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Well, I'll be an outlaw's
Once
uncle.
outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Redemption arc. Redemption arc.
Monsters.
Redemption arc.
When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Where am I going now? Back to the hideaway? Okay. There's a treasure for me? What? Here be monsters?
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Tell
Typical nobles.
How did we never
There are
hear
new
about
billets
these
being
guardians of the
posted
flame?
every day.
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. That normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit? So, what do you say?
Fine. If you think it will help.
Knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. He'll open up when he's ready.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, and you can meet us at the forge. Wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
Blacksmith Blues. Like I said, aggressively
Back
British.
again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
It is not your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
Ever the charmer. What will it be today, then?
The Iron Kingdom. I need to know what to expect.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's Breath, then, I take it. The mother crystal that rises from the boiling sea. There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it. But then the Ironblood made their move. As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the mother crystal sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Justanus, home of Drake's Breath, and plucked it from the Duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of Duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island, and with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drostanus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drake's Breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill.
Gee, I'm back, Captain
I'd
Joseph.
say
Did I
you'd be
miss anything?
forgiven for
Nothing
wanting
much.
a little revenge.
Vivian, your speeches are always wonderful and informative. Duh.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. But thank you all the same. Not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
Not much else. I gotta go talk to a blacksmith or something.
Sworn we had a few.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
First August, and now you. What are you pair up to? What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
Did you now? I told you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Phil, shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
In it.
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like heavy, clumsy shit. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. And now every time I reach for my hammer, I'm reminded that I'm not the craftsman I thought I was. There. You happy? You got what you came for. Now piss off.
All right, we're going. I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of hail.
Quiz time. Which two characters return to
Didn't
Paper
think
Mario
anything could run
TTYD as cameo?
Least of all a stupid piece
Val,
of leather.
Parakarry,
Blackthorn's
Watt,
always taken pride in his
Bobbery.
craft. Questioning it means questioning himself.
Bobbery is
Something tells me this is only
from
gonna get worse.
the second
If he has
game, or
doubts,
from the, yeah,
it will affect his
Bobbery is
work,
from the second game.
which will only add
Captain,
to
you
his
said in it,
problems.
and I started laughing while
We need to
talking
nip
to
this
a
in the
guest.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have
Bruh.
brought that cuirass.
If I'm not mistaken, it's Bao and Parakarry
Assuming you're happy
who
to help,
appear
that
as
is.
Too
cameos.
bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen. Karen, do you have a moment? Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft, from what he told me.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd...
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Makes all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summit. So I took it off his hands for a fair price.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a workshop. Don't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working their hides.
I see.
He did tell me something though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd back.
Gobble gobble, mother trucker.
You know, was excited. Somewhere in Sam Breck.
Hey, let's go, Enchanted.
Northern.
Welcome
That
back
was
to
it.
membership, I guess.
Thank you, Karen. We'd be lost without you.
At least you admit it.
1 month.
So,
That's crazy.
it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leatherworker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
I like side quests. Moogle. Air Norvent Westgate and Breaky. I guess I just have to go hunt it down now. Last one. Quiz time. Which Pokemon generation introduced the least of new Pokemon? Kanto, Kalos, Hoenn. Believe that would be Kalos. Okay, it said Westbridge. Is it right there?
Good day to you.
Alice is correct. Good job, Cap. You win a prize. Me being here in chat to support you. Hey, let's go.
Crystals we get from the tail are all but worthless.
It's not just the crystals. Bearers are having trouble with their magics as well.
This is not worth it. It was just 2 spiders. Owie. Bro barely could stand out. I had him psychoed. Hey.
Griffins don't exactly make for easy prey. Let's hope our craftsman hasn't bitten off more than he can chew.
Ooh. Obelisk. Hello. Hello, birdie. Ow. That was a bit rough, but we did it. Just a bit rough. 55 AP. Nice. And a level up? Heck yeah. Darla tight.
Is something there, boy? Could that be our man?
Hello, common NPC model 30.
Are you alright?
Dare say I'll survive. That griffin caught me before I could get an arrow off. Must have lost sight of me in the grass, though. I'd be dead if it hadn't.
More likely than not.
The name's Camille. I'm a lowly leather worker, if you couldn't tell by the smell of me.
Not so lowly from what I hear. Do you remember selling to a merchant by the name of Karen?
She's not an easy woman to forget. Bought a cuirass from me after I lost my buyer. Quite taken with my work, as far as I recall. Didn't stop her bartering me down to a pittance, though. She sent you for a refund?
It's not her who sent me.
Well, consider me flattered.
You should be. He's a master of his art, and not an easy man to impress.
Blacksmiths are proud folk. It's a rare thing indeed for one to praise a glorified tanner. And I don't imagine an impressive swordsman like yourself would be getting your steel from any but the best. I'd dearly love to help a fellow craftsman, but... Well, actually, I suppose you could give him this.
What is it?
Treated leather. Same stuff I used to make that cuirass. If your man's as skilled as he sounds, he'll know what he's looking at.
You sure?
Well, you did save my life. And thanks to you, I'll be going home with all the griffin hide I can carry. I'd say it's the least I can do. Short of showing him how to make the thing myself, that is. But there are rules against it. Secrets of the trade and whatnot.
In that case, I'll see that he gets it.
I'd be much obliged if you would. Right. I've got some greaves to make. You send your blacksmith my regards.
Will do. And thank you.
Okay, bye, random passerby.
This will sweeten Blackthorn's mood.
It's a wall.
That monster's taken quite a liking to
And
me.
with a bit of luck. How'd it go, Clive? Did you find him, or does the hunt continue?
I found him. And he asked me to give you this, along with his regards.
You're joking.
He said he wouldn't teach you how to work it, but that if you were as skilled as you sounded, you'd have no trouble understanding how it was done.
So that's his secret. Crafty bastard. He's layered and cross-grained it. Good few times, too. No wonder it's tough. And that's no ordinary oil he's used to get that finish. Oh, this is fine work. Even finer than I thought.
Yeah? I'll take your word for it. Just looks like leather to me. Still, I'm glad you're happy. Here, Clive. You didn't happen to catch the fella's name, did you?
Camille, I believe.
I thought as much. There ain't many leather workers in the realm daft enough to do their own hunting, see? And his name kept cropping up when I was asking around. Turns out he's from Tabor. And again, most leather workers are. But our friend Camille guards a long-held family secret, the details of which are the subject of some debate in the leather-working community.
Then we better keep this close to our chests.
Listen, sorry for putting the both of you to all that trouble. Should have kept my moaning to myself. Still, I'm glad you found him. This has cheered me right up.
That was the idea. Clive's idea, anyway. He did most of the work.
It's good to have you back, Blackthorn.
Just don't expect me to go turning out work like this. There's a reason he does his own hunting. He knows exactly what hides to look for. And that's how he gets them to layer up so nicely. And don't get me started on how much oiling this leather would need. But I reckon I can make something about as good. Something a Cursebreaker will have no trouble caring for. Anyway, enough narrowing. I've got work to be getting on with.
Word. We do a bit of side questing here.
Looks like we won't be needing a new blacksmith.
As if there was a better one out there. Nah, it wouldn't have been the same anyway. No one spins a yarn like old Blackthorn in his cups. Right, now that's sorted. I've got duties to attend to. Thanks, Clive. You've given me my mate back.
Ooh. Gear design recipe. You obtained the design draft for Drakeslayer gear. Design drafts unlock new crafting options at the Black Hammer. Visit Blackthorn in the Hideaway for details on material requirements.
What do you need? What do you want? Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Electrum.
And?
Alright. Let's actually get this final quest done, and then we'll go ahead and call the stream for the day. What's up, Jill?
You ready?
I think so.
Jill. When you told me you had to come to terms with your past, you weren't talking about destroying Drake's breath, were you?
No. I spoke of Imran, the leader of the Crystalline Orthodox. The man who made me do all those unspeakable things. I'm going to kill him. It's what I need to do to put the past behind me. And I know that I can do it.
Always.
And I'll be beside you, too. We'll bring down the Mother Crystal together.
Alright, Cap Joseph, I'm gonna head out. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. We'll see you next time. Yeah, you too as well, Jaheim. Yay, justified murder. Bro, murder isn't justified. We'll call it justified unaliving. Maybe justified punishment, something like that. But the term, but the term murder makes it sound like it's just unjustified regardless.
Useful trick. Freezing and thawing the spray to make mist. How did you learn to use your powers like this?
The Masters made me do it. When the Crusaders took to the seas, to keep the fleet's movements from prying eyes. I'm fine.
No, you're not.
This may be the only chance I get to go back. My only chance to put things right. I have to do this. Whatever the cost.
All right.
There she is. The Iron Kingdom's Mother Crystal.
Drake's breath.
Wow.
This island is a natural fortress.
But safety breeds complacency, allowing a single rowing boat to slip in unseen.
I wonder what the breath smells like. Like Drake's breath, I guess.
The sanctuary is inside the mountain. If we follow the old trail, we should be able to enter by the back gate.
All right. Let's go.
Ooh. Fire and ice.
I always imagined when I came here it would be to reclaim it.
It used to belong to Rosaria, didn't it?
Once, though it's been in the Ironblood's clutches for far too long.
As was I. For 13 years, this rock was my home. I know its secrets only too well. This path was abandoned after an ether flood. They don't guard it anymore.
The perfect little shortcut. They're all Akashic.
The ether flood must have spread. It was never as bad as this before. Then the only way past them is through them.
Was that an earthquake?
They happen all the time. That wasn't even a bad one. It's nothing to worry about.
Oh no, too bad you fought this guy religiously in the training battle. Yeah, oh no!
The old arboretum's just up ahead. We'll enter the caves from there. Look at this place.
What a mess.
What a mess.
Wait.
Battle time. A big giant circle. Enclosed by gates? I'd never.
It's turned.
Nothing a shelter for Zarya can't handle.
Just like old times. Be sure to keep clear of his wall.
Believe me, I mean to. That's foul.
Don't breathe it in.
Ow.
I still can't believe they could jump. Let's see some route.
A big W. We got hit a couple times, but that wasn't bad. Not bad at all. It was all under control. And we slipped in a parry.
Press on.
Yes.
That's weird. My phone started playing audio.
We're inside the volcano. You get used to the heat. Though I don't remember it being like this hot.
Was that one cause for concern?
It was. And they're getting bigger. Something's wrong.
Cool. Secret tunnel? Question mark. Or not. Oh, this is the entrance. I went in a full circle.
Fuck. Is there no other way across?
Quickly! Before it melts!
This is going to be close.
Let's not do that again.
No. Let's not.
Ooh, scary. Dangerous.
They don't look too tough.
Perhaps not alone, but in numbers like these.
I think I'm going to opt not to do that.
Drake's breath.
We're nearly at the oratory.
What the hell is that?
I have absolutely no idea.
Well, whatever it is, I don't think it's friendly.
Ooh. It's a fire iguana looking thing.
One of the demons. But they never leave the lava.
If I didn't know better, I think this volcano was about to erupt.
Why attack us? They're peaceful creatures.
Then this one must be the exception. Let's try.
It's not having an easy time against me. I'm saying that much. I'm taking it out. I had it on lockdown, dude. I had the thing on lockdown.
Thank you.
Quite a commotion our friend made. Let's hope the guards didn't hear it.
The gate to the inner chambers is just up there. Then we make for the sanctuary. I need to finish this. Before the heat finishes me.
Hear, hear.
We'll enter the Comric by the Handmaiden's living quarters. It was always a hive of activity.
Sounds like we'll have a hard time staying out of sight.
We won't have to. There's someone there I should very much like to see.
Abilities that are counterattacks have quick cooldowns when used with precision timing. Or with precise timing. I mean, I was hitting it. I think there was one time I messed up in that whole entire battle. All that time playing Monster Hunter Rise, dude. I'm telling you. As a bow unit who used the counterattack, yeah, I loved using Counter-Strike in Wild.
It's me.
It's dangerous, it's reckless, but it was a ton of fun.
It can't be. It is, my lady. We cannot talk here. Come with me.
I'm actually super looking forward to Wilds, dude. With just that tiny little taste that I got, I have a feeling that bows are going to be very strong in that game. Very strong in that game. I mean, they've basically been S-rank in every game they've been in, I assume, so...
I'm so glad you're safe.
And I you.
At the cost of obviously taking double
Would you
damage.
risk coming back?
Typical bow.
a
Upgrading
fool
Risk
now?
Gambit turns you into a Beyblade.
You grown tired of your freedom already?
Let's Beyblade!
Forgive me, my lady. I had to come back. There are things I left undone. Tell me, where is the Patriarch?
At this hour, he'll be in the Comric, giving thanks.
You mean?
Giving thanks?
Oh,
Like us on Thanksgiving? That's crazy.
Clive, we have to get to the sanctuary. Now. Lady Marley, you must flee this place, gather your things, and go.
Now listen here, Jill.
We have company.
This way. Follow this passage. It
Hey,
leads
what do
straight
you
to the
know? We are giving thanks. Although, minus the hostage and genocide. Yeah.
You were always so kind to me. My light in the darkness.
Take care, my lady, please. You deserve better than this. A long and happy life, promise me.
I'll live if you promise to do the same.
Alright.
Come on, Clive.
comrade.
All right.
Do I spy enemies to hop on top of?
Here's our welcoming party.
I've had enough of their hospitality.
Ooh, spooky church pipe organs. Hey, we love pipe organs. I can't open door. So clearly I was going the wrong way.
How many of them are there?
Too many.
Oh snap. I got garbage. Ow. Just a bit too slow for me. My pacing was off. Like, does anything not evil happen when this type of music plays? In video games, no. Not really. Well, no, I could think of a couple instances in video games, but it's a very common trope to use organs. Ow, well that was rude.
Clive, there's something I need you to know. I saw the Patriarch do things no one should have to see. And so I swore that he would die by my hand.
I understand. I faced my demons. Then you must face yours.
Oh, that looks like the backdrop of a final battle to me.
We're nearly there. Just one last push.
Try to get rid of the excess here real quick. Money. Wait, no, there was a chest. Hold on. No, I don't want to continue. There's a chest. I want to go back. No! The chest! It's probably the best successor in the game. I mean, you would know. Oh, my favorite. Sacrificing people. Oh. That's a cult classic right there.
Shiva's dominant. Come to beg forgiveness for your failure.
No. Quite the opposite,
For
actually.
years, I followed your orders.
That
Fought
priest is
your
me
wars.
standing over the turkey and ham later
All to
today.
protect the children you took. Just as you took me. And what did you do in return? You put them in chains and you slit their throats!
Their souls were sullied with the stain of ether. I merely cleansed them of their corruption. A penance paid, just as the Holy Mother wills it! Repent, abomination! For a monster like you to set foot in the Holy Cymric is in itself a crime deserving of death.
Good luck with
You're
that.
right. I am a monster. And my soul is stained black. Though not by ether.
but by the evil of men like you, who made me close my heart and drown in darkness when I should have raged against it. This is my penance. I will be your monster no more, nor will I suffer you to create another.
Does the beast bare its teeth at its master? Come then, Dominant. Rage, be as you have ever been. A monster!
And what are you, Imran? I was forced to kill. You do it by choice. But never again. I bowed to you once. Now it is you who shall bow to me!
Kill them.
Now!
Right!
Oh, Joshua? Question mark? I was forced to kill. You do it by choice. Still out here spitting facts. True. That's a nope.
Why can't I do it? Please, just once.
She won't be able to hold that lava back forever. We better make this quick.
Ow. Okay, punch, got there. Okay, swipe and then dive. taking way too much damage right now. Best time to use that here.
Damn it. All right. I won't take long.
Yeah, I'm not doing good on this one.
Nice try. That's better. Nice try.
Okay, that's gonna take a bit of getting used to, but I think I could zero damage that. I think I could do that.
Jill!
I'm going to finish this, Clive.
Again, I'd like to point out that boss got more hits on you than 1,000 $.
Here. Use this.
Ooh, enchanted sword? Yay. We love enchanted weapons.
Are you watching, Sid? You're one step closer to freedom.
The crystal. What did you do to it?
We destroy it.
Oh. We destroyed it.
What? But... Monster! Monster! Do you have any idea what you have done?
Yep.
I do, Father. I have killed the monster and become an outlaw.
Pay attention to the sound
May
of
the
Mother Crystal
blessing of
makes
the
when we
crystals
destroy
go
one.
It's over.
It is.
And Shiva exacted her price.
She did.
Again, the burden fell to you.
And I bore it willingly. This was a sin for which I had to atone. Now I can continue at your side with my head held high.
Yay, murder. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. What the heck kind of a lesson is that?
Clive, look.
The volcano is empty.
It's just like the one at Phoenix Gate.
Oh, that's a mark, actually.
Damn it. We need to leave.
Agreed.
Oh, hello.
I kept my promise, and now you keep yours.
Legacy. Turn the corner.
This way, Your Grace.
You're bleeding. I have a tonic which will...
I thank you for your kindness, truly. But I assure you, I will survive. Please, save your medicines for those who need them most.
Oh, well, if you're sure.
For a moment there, I felt my brother's presence.
You did?
I fear he is in Ultima's thoughts again. But why now, after 5 years of silence? I cannot keep him sealed away much longer.
Your Grace.
That little girl's a saint. I sure hope nothing happens to her. Oh.
No.
Yeah, surely nothing bad will happen to anybody. Mm-hmm.
Look at them all. Like a river flowing to the sea.
Or moths to a flame, perhaps. The crystalline dominion their light in the darkness. More and more lose their homes to the blight and set out in search of sanctuary, while others lose their fortunes to the Dalmekian levies and leave to find new livelihoods. What is it that you seek in the Dominion, Your Grace?
Oh, Dion Lesage.
You mean the Crown Prince of Sanbrec?
He has many titles. Dion the Bold, Prince of Dragoons, Odin's Nemesis, or simply Bahamut. I met him once, when we were children. He was a chivalrous soul even then, and has served his empire indefatigably ever since.
And you are confident that he will listen to what you have to say?
Our world lurches ever closer to the abyss, and a hidden hand ushers us onward. Ultima's influence extends to every nation, Sanbrec included. If His Highness is the man I believe him to be, and I pray that he is, this truth will not have escaped his notice. As the mother crystals fall, the eternal flame wavers, and the azure sky begins to bruise. How lucky we were to be blessed by the crystals, and yet how spoiled. Like canaries in a gilded cage, growing fat on seed. But now, the bars are closing in, and we must take flight. Painful though it be to leave our home behind, it is what we must do to be free. Which is it that men cannot live without? A blessing that leads to damnation, or a freedom that leads to deprivation? I do not yet know the answer to that question. Do you, Clive?
Your Grace, let us find a place to rest a while. We can return by the Dalmekian trail once you have recovered your strength. I realize your duty is pressing, but if your health should fail...
I know. Thank you, Yote.
Woo, Dion, we love him.
The army's attempt to breach the Empire's defenses and gain the Isles of Ark has failed yet again.
Only because your fleet has proved as impotent as a eunuch on laying night. Would you rather we simply fell back to the capital?
Enough, both of you. All here agree that the Empire cannot be allowed to maintain its illegitimate claim on the Dominion. However, our casualties mount with each passing day.
There is a literal sea twixt you and your prize. The armies of Sambrek need but sit back and watch as you harmlessly lap against their walls. They are dug in like
Joshua has a great point. What's better, living lavishly and safely but hurting the people on the planet, or living free and equal but having to live amongst uncertainty?
Goaded into war without any
Free and
thought
equal but
as
having to
to
live
what
amongst
chaos it
uncertainty
might
is the way that I would choose it.
Republican soldiers starve while waiting for orders from Randalar.
If you would but take the field, their bellies would be full by nightfall.
If I take the field, so too will Bahamut, and our duel will shake the island to its foundations. Instead of liberating the Dominion, you will
Most people would choose the farmer.
Unless that is what you desire.
Well, you see, most people would choose the farmer if they have no care in their hearts for anything other than themselves. It's basically narcissism versus freedom, realistically.
Is that the Emperor's?
What is the meaning of this, Lord Kupka?
What it means is that I am disinclined to advise
See,
you.
uncertainty doesn't scare me, dude. Uncertainty doesn't scare me. What scares me is the promise that I'll be hurt eventually, and that's a guarantee. Uncertainty means nothing. It means that there's no guarantee what will happen. You could suffer, but you could also succeed, and I'd like to imagine that the wise tend to succeed more often.
Doubts whether or not you would accept my invitation.
But even if you fail, you just use that as a learning moment, right?
Such shocking news. Sid isn't a son of a whore. He's the son of an empress. Your own dear Clive.
Absurd. Who fed you these lies? I have never spent a moment among criminals, save at the gallows. I came here with my son, not to entertain your baseless accusations, but to put an end to the senseless hostilities between our nations.
Very well. You need only agree to the terms I set out. Sid took the life of someone dear to me, a woman by the name of Benedicta. I swore to take his in turn. This would not be disagreeable to you, I take it. You would finally be rid of the stain on your noble name. In return, I will leave Sanbreque in your capable hands. Your Imperial Majesty.
And all for the love of a common whore. Dominant or no, one cannot hide one's breeding. And beasts will ever belong with beasts. There are greater things in store for you, my darling Olivier. Soon enough, you shall be the crown prince of Sanbreque.
Oh.
And when your father goes to meet Great Griga, you shall be emperor of all you survey. The old order.
And what's so special about this child? I thought you liked Joshua.
The world in your glorious image. Soon.
Creepy child.
She's been in there for hours. Something must be wrong.
It's almost like she's a horrible human being, and even worse, mother. Oh no. Anyway, we are going to go ahead and call it at that. Like I said that we would. It is time for me to make sure that the happenings are in fact happening and that I don't miss out on the happenings. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope I was able to entertain you on this lovely Thanksgiving Day, since you unfortunately have to work today. And to anybody else who's watching, I hope I entertained you as well. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night and or day or whatever time it is for you. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. So glad that it was not lagging at all, it seemed like, this stream. That's a W right there. Deuces.